Brooklyn Nets are pretty much done for the season, y'all. Or are they? I think it's time to chop it up. You guys are now rocking with the best. Welcome back to the Best of 7 Sports Talk, your best 30 minutes of NBA sports talk and debates. I am your host, as always, the Kid 7 Mitchell. We are in the building, and we got to lock in about what's going on with KD, Kyrie, Ben Simmons, and the Brooklyn Nets, because Kevin Durant suffered this MCL injury. He is expected to be out at least a month. Now, he had an injury last year that came kind of held him out for 6 weeks last season. They don't expect him to be out that long, but he's not getting evaluated for another 2 weeks. So we're looking at definitely a month before Kevin Durant actually returns back to play. So with that being said, right, 3 things I really want to cover in this live stream when we talk about the Brooklyn Nets and where do they move moving forward. Number one, I want to talk about the Brooklyn Nets' new leader. Now, how ironic that the Brooklyn Nets, in all reality, I don't care what nobody says, needs Kyrie Irving to save the franchise while Kevin Durant is down. Unbelievable how the tables have turned. Now, Kyrie is a professional, but Kyrie got to be laughing, not so much at KD being hurt, but the significance of KD being gone and the importance of the Nets having a leader on the floor in the locker room. Of course, Kevin Durant wants to be around. He's going to be around, but Kevin doesn't never proclaim to be a leader, number one. So it's like, who is the Nets' new leader going to be? I'm looking at it again. I'm still tripping off of how much they're going to need Kyrie, because Ben Simmons, regardless of how well he has played so far this season, you're losing like 30 points a game from Kevin Durant this month. Ben Simmons is not going to be able to offensively match that, even an increase of his own numbers is not going to make a substantial impact. Like, they need way more than what they're going to get from Ben Simmons offensively. So you're really relying solely on Kyrie Irving as being the top guy. And then, your supporting cast and your supporting roles got to play efficient, things of that nature. So to me, Brooklyn new leader may have been an old leader, may have been someone that they don't want to be a leader. And I think that's actually Kyrie Irving. I think Kyrie Irving is going to be the X factor and the key piece in this situation. Ben Simmons, he may continue to play well, even in Kevin Durant's absence. But Brooklyn right now is second in the Atlantic Division. They are, I believe, in second and third place overall in the East. While Kevin Durant will be out, Brooklyn got a tough schedule. Not all against great teams, but they are on a 5-game road trip next week. So it's going to be tough to see how Brooklyn is able to keep their momentum stable. This was just the hottest team in the NBA not too long ago. Now with KD out, you got to kind of wonder, moving forward, how are they going to plan out? Again, Ben Simmons, to me, defensively, playmaking, you're going to get all of that. But even if he steps his numbers up a little bit offensively, it's still not going to be enough. So this is going to have to be an all-out effort by the supporting cast of Brooklyn, as well as heroic efforts by Kyrie Irving, night in and night out, at least for the next month, if Brooklyn has any chance of keeping the stability of the momentum that they have gained over the last couple months. Now, number two that I want to kind of discuss when we talk about the Brooklyn Nets and this whole KD injury, is this actually karma for the front office that Kyrie now has to be the hero and save the Brooklyn Nets team pretty much while KD is out. I wouldn't say karma. I think that's definitely the wrong choice of words. But again, it is amazing to see how Joe Tsai and Sean Marks, how they just ridiculed, chastised this guy, Kyrie. They took games away from him. They took money away from him, really for no reason. They never stood behind this guy at all. They had his name in trade talks. It's just been a rocky relationship from the start. And now, Brooklyn needs Kyrie. This is not a situation where as though we're talking about, oh, they could use Kyrie's effect. No, they need it. It's live or die off of Kyrie. Ben Simmons is not offensively going to be able to step it up. He doesn't even want to take the shots that's going to be needed to increase the numbers that's going to be needed to kind of not really substitute, because you're not going to get no extra 30 points that you're going to be missing from Kevin Durant from Ben Simmons. But what Ben Simmons can give is, to me, offensively, is just still not enough. He don't even want to take perimeter shots. I'm not going to say Kevin Durant lives behind the three-point line, but we all know KD will shoot from anywhere on the floor, and that's one of the reasons why KD is averaging just about 30 points a game. If Ben Simmons is so selective on where he shoot the basketball, what is that going to do for the points? What is that going to do for the offense now that Kevin Durant is not around? And this is what I've been campaigning from the beginning of the year when we talk about the Brooklyn Nets. If you have these two guys on the court, KD and Kyrie both on the court, Ben Simmons can play the exact role that he has been playing all season. A playmaker, distributing, playing great defense. It all works out. But I said, if you have one of those main guys out, can Ben Simmons step the offense up another level? Not so much can he. Will he step the offense up another level? Now you got KD out for at least a month with this MCI injury. To me, this is all on Kyrie. He's going to have some heroic performances. I mean, we're going to have to see some 50-point nights, maybe even 60 once in a blue moon in these next 30 days at least, because Brooklyn, man, they had a lot of momentum going into this week. Like I said, they second in the Atlantic. They were one of the hottest, if not the hottest team. They got the longest winning streak so far this season in the NBA. So even though KD is not gone for the year, this is a huge loss to me because of the actual momentum factor. The Brooklyn Nets are now 19-3 when Ben Simmons doesn't make a free throw. They're 1-7 when he makes a free throw. These are the type of stats and things that's so crazy about the Brooklyn Nets. But I told you how important the return or the importance of Kyrie's presence going to be when we talk about leadership. Since Kyrie came back to the Nets, they got the best record in the league. They first in offensive rating, they're second in net rating, and they fifth in defensive rating. Through that entire stretch, they're 20-4. And Kyrie is not really saying a whole lot, at least publicly and vocally. He's just leaving it all out on the court. But he's going to have to be the savior. Kyrie is going to have to save Sean Marks. He's going to have to save Joe Tsai. Even if Ben Simmons step it up, it's just, to me, not going to be enough. He can't produce that much. KD was putting up major numbers in this first half of this NBA season. And now that he is out, like I said, number one, Kyrie has to be that leader for these guys. I don't want to say that this is karma that Kyrie now has to save this organization, because it's going to be a tough hill to climb this next month with the road trip that Brooklyn faces, even the home games. It's a lot of competition coming up in these next 2 to 3 weeks for the Nets, even if they had Kevin Durant. So without him, it's going to be real interesting. But I do laugh when I realize that it's Kyrie Irving, the same guy that the general manager and the owner basically shitted on this entire season. It's Kyrie that's going to have to save the Brooklyn Nets at the end of the day. So that's kind of crazy to me. And last but not least, Kevin Durant's biggest problem. What is Kevin Durant's biggest problem? You know, I had Kevin Durant just a week ago, if the season had stopped, as the MVP. I was very impressed with what Kevin Durant was doing on both ends of the court. And not only that, he was putting up big numbers and the Brooklyn Nets were winning. Like I said, they got the longest winning streak in the season so far, I believe at 12 that they had at one point. So I was really impressed with Kevin Durant. I felt like for those who feel that Giannis is the new face of the league and people who kind of forgot about KD, I felt like he was making his presence known, that he has not gone anywhere. But what is the biggest issue really with Kevin Durant? And it's something that people really don't talk about a lot in my eyes. And I think it's kind of that Anthony Davis effect. One of the greatest abilities to have in sports, people, is availability. And we've seen KD go down time and time and time again. Coming into the league, he had that small frame, so we knew he was going to have to put on some weight and things of that nature in order to have a consistent, stable career, a longevity situation going on with him. But we have watched as of late, KD really go down every year, for a significant amount of time. Like I said, just last year, he was out for 6 weeks with the injury. He's going to be out at least 4 with this situation. You know what I'm saying? And I'm looking at KD's overall body of work and his potential. One of the reasons why I don't think Kevin Durant will ever be considered, I mean, he's going to be considered kind of one of the best in a sense, but really putting him up there, you can't count on him availability wise, I don't believe. It's not as bad as AD, but I feel like we have an issue with Kevin Durant and his health. People don't really talk about that. I don't even know if people realize Kevin Durant has yet to play the Golden State Warriors at Golden State since he left a couple years ago. Kevin Durant has not played Golden State in Golden State as of yet. And part of that is due to injuries. We haven't seen, when the last time have we seen KD versus LeBron? Y'all thought about that? When the last time have we seen KD versus LeBron? Injuries are a big problem for Kevin Durant on the low. And with that small frame, I'm not saying his career is done or going downhill, but I'm starting to wonder if you can count on KD moving forward, because like me as a Lakers fan, I can't count on Anthony Davis. I can't rely on him. I see that there's reports talking about AD possibly coming back. They working on his return. I'm campaigning for the Lakers to sit Anthony Davis down for the remainder of the regular season and bring him back in April if the Lakers are able to make the play-in. But with Kevin Durant right now, I don't feel like because he's out for a month that the Brooklyn Nets are going to completely fall out of playoff contention. But everything that the Brooklyn Nets have had as far as success this season has been based and built off of momentum and consistency. And if you don't have Kevin Durant, who else is going to really give you what you need? KD's averaging 30 points a game. You know Kyrie can get out of body. I'm not sold that Ben Simmons offensively can step it up enough to help heal the wound of KD being out for a whole month. It's not that Ben Simmons can't play this game. It's like the bottom line is he won't play this game. He's not going to shoot the shots that's needed in order for the Nets to be successful. Y'all let me know what y'all think about Kevin Durant being out for a month and what are now the chances of the Brooklyn Nets losing all of the momentum that they have. Do y'all feel like Kyrie is the one that's going to have to save this organization? Or do y'all have enough faith in Ben Simmons to think offensively, he can step it up to the plate and help out enough to garner some of this loss that the Nets are going to have with no Kevin Durant? Because I watch plenty of times, even with the role players, when those games are close, the role players will sit around and they'll wait for Kyrie and KD to do magic. So everybody's going to have to step it up. But I think at this point, we're going to see who the real Brooklyn Nets are. Because I'm not sold that they are going to be able to level up enough to keep this same momentum that they had when KD was out here, doing what he's been doing for the last couple months. So we'll see how this play out. I do think the whole MVP discussion for Kevin Durant, that's a done deal. If anyone thought that Kevin Durant was going to, be a finalist in the MVP race or had a chance of getting that, him being out this next 4 to 6 weeks more than likely is going to dead that issue. We got a lot of good basketball being played by some of the other notable guys that's in this race. But, big picture wise, I'm pretty sure Kevin Durant is focused on the Larry O'Brien trophy and getting the Nets to the finals. We'll see how this thing play out. I'm Seven Mitchell, man. This is the Best of Seven Sports Talk. Make sure, once again, if you guys are on social media and other platforms, if you guys enjoy daily NBA content, follow me on Twitter at the Best of Seven. I'm also on Instagram at Seven Mitchell, and I'm on TikTok. I just started a TikTok. We got over 10,000 reactions. I just started a TikTok and it's moving well. So you can check me out on TikTok at Best of Seven Sports Talk. I will be back live a little bit later on because we got a whole lot to talk about when it comes to the NBA. I do got a little bit of business to tend to. So if you guys are new to this channel and if you enjoy debates, NBA content, daily sports talk, make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell so you'll be notified when I go live later on this evening so we can talk some more of our shit when it comes to this thing that we love called basketball. All right, man, I'm about to get up out of here, but y'all let me know what y'all thoughts about KD being out for a month with this MCL injury, and what are y'all thoughts on the Brooklyn Nets keeping their momentum and their stability to still be a dangerous team without Kevin Durant. Like I told you guys, Brooklyn is facing a tough schedule in these next 2 to 3 weeks without Kevin Durant, including a 5-game road trip next week, and they got to go all across the world with it. So it's going to be interesting to see how these guys gel chemistry and who's going to step up to be the real leader. But like I said, I am dying laughing inside that after the disrespect that Joe Tsai and general manager Sean Marks showed Kyrie Irving this year, taking money out his pockets and spending them for games with no pay, Kyrie Irving has now got to be the one to save this day. How real is that, man? Let's get it, man. Seven Mitchell, this is the Best of Seven Sports Talk. You guys stay safe. Salute again to the NBA community. I'll catch you guys later on, and I'm out. Peace, y'all.